Al principio. Al principio. Al principio. Al, remember, al is actually two words, but I mean, it's two words, but it becomes one because when you have a él, you don't say that in Spanish. You don't have a él. You have al, okay? And that's what it means, a él. Al principio, principio means beginning, okay? Beginning, that's what it means. Principio, el principio, okay? It's a noun. It's a noun and it means beginning. It also means start. Sometimes it means origin. Okay, so that's a very good noun to learn for sure. Al principio, what does this mean? Let's see what it means. At first or at the beginning. At the beginning, something happened, right? At first, I did something or something happened as well. So this is another common thing to say in Spanish, al principio, and then you add more to that. Okay, so this is a phrase that needs more context, needs more information. So this is a great, great thing to use if you want to start saying something. You're just saying something happened at the beginning or at first. For example, let's look at a sentence here. Al principio lo quería mucho. Al principio lo quería mucho. Después ya no tanto. Al principio lo quería mucho. Después ya no tanto. This sounds complicated, but it's actually not that hard to understand what's going on here. The meaning of this sentence is, at first, I loved him a lot. Later on, not so much. So it happens. It happens. I mean, that happens for sure. You're saying maybe to your friend, hey, like I met this guy. At first I loved him a lot. We started dating and whatnot. But later, after a few years or whatever, things changed. Things changed. So that's what we're talking about here. Al principio, we have the phrase right at the beginning. Al principio, at first. Lo is a great, great word. It's a pronoun, and sometimes it means it. It means him. It means you, polite you, formal you. It's a very interesting pronoun. I believe I have a lesson about this word, so feel free to browse my channel. Let me double check if I have a lesson about it really quickly, because I don't want to say that I have a lesson and then it's not true. Okay. Let's go with the channel. Yep, channel. Lo. Let's see. Yeah, I do have a lesson about it. It's quite old. We should talk about lo again. But anyways, lo in this situation means him. Okay. Quería. Yo lo quería. I loved him. Okay. Amar, you could use the verb amar, which means to love as well. Yo lo amaba, okay? But also you can say quería, okay? So it's a common thing to use both verbs to say that you love someone, although amar is a more serious thing. Amar is very close to the verb to love in English, but querer can mean also, like appreciate, like you care about that person, you love that person, right? So it could be either one. Lo quería, lo amaba, okay? Either one. If you're more serious about it, you can say lo amaba, okay? So it's a more intense word, but let's just leave it at quería. At first, I loved him a lot. How do you say a lot in Spanish? Mucho, mucho, a lot. Quiero mucha comida. I want a lot of food. Quiero, I don't know, quiero viajar mucho. I want to travel a lot. Okay, mucho means a lot. You can say mucha as well. If you're talking about, if you have a feminine noun like comida, then it's very likely that you will have to use mucha. Okay, mucha comida, a lot of food, mucho, mucha lluvia, a lot of rain, muchas personas, many people. Okay, so mucho is versatile. It can mean a lot, it can mean many. It depends on the situation. Or much. Te amo mucho. I love you a lot, or I love you so much. Okay, excellent. Mucho, a lot. In this situation, it means a lot. Después is a great word that means later. You can even use it by itself if someone asks you, for example, when are you going to do this? ¿Cuándo vas a hacer esto? Después, later. Después, later. Okay. Después also means after. Okay. So sometimes it means later on as well. Después, later on or later. Ya is another great word that means a lot of things too. It depends again on the situation, but it means already, now, right now. Ya. Hazlo ya. Do it now or right now. And it's a very good word. In this situation, it means we don't have it in English here, but when you say ya no tanto, the whole phrase, ya no tanto, it means not so much. It's very similar to saying not so much right now. Okay, so right now, that's the way it is. Ya no tanto. So right now, not so much. Okay. No tanto means not so much. For example, if someone is serving a lot of food on your plate and you don't want that much, you can say no tanto, por favor. Not so much, not too much, not too much food, please. That's what you're saying. So no tanto is a great phrase if you want to say not so much. Ya no tanto, it means like at the moment, not so much. Okay, so it's a good thing to know. Excellent. Excellent. Now let's look at the next example. Let's see what we have here. Okay. What do we have here? What do we have here? Oh, éramos 20 al principio. Éramos, let me just do this. Too much red. Too much red. Okay. Éramos 20 al principio. Now, what are we talking about? Now, what are we talking about? Ya no queda, ahora ya no queda nadie. Okay. Éramos 20 al principio. Ahora ya no queda nadie. Éramos 20 al principio. Ahora ya no queda nadie. What does this mean? This means we were 20 at the beginning. Now there is no one left, right? Maybe you are at a party and there were so many people at first, at the beginning, but now that it's late, everybody went home. There's no one left. Okay, so this is a good example, great example if you want to say that. If you want to use at the beginning in this situation. Éramos, nosotros éramos, okay, that's what this means. Nosotros éramos. We don't need nosotros. You can say it, but you don't need it. Éramos 20. Éramos, by the way, means we were. Okay, we were 20, 20. Al principio. So we have the phrase we're learning right here. Éramos 20 al principio. We were 20 at the beginning. Or at the beginning, we were 20. Ahora, now. Ahora means now. Ya. Again, ya. Yeah, you're saying like at the moment, right now. Ya no means no queda. Let's just include queda. No queda means there is no something. It could be food, it could be people, it could be, I don't know, cars, it could be houses, it could be, I don't know, anything, right? You just add a noun. No queda comida. There's no food. No quedan dulces. There isn't any candy, or there's nothing left. Dulces means candy, by the way, and I say quedan because this can change to plural. Quedan dulces. No quedan dulces. There's no more candy. Or if you remove no and you use queda only, you're saying there is something. Queda comida. There's food. But this is like you're saying there's food. If you didn't get early to eat, there's leftovers, there's food you can, eat. So remember that. When you say no queda, there is no. Okay, there is no something or someone. In this situation, nadie, nadie. Nadie means no one. So there is no one, or essentially you're saying there's nobody there. Okay, nadie, nobody, no one. In English, it's common to say there is no one left. No queda nadie means there is no one left. When you add yeah, you're saying at the moment, right now, there's no one. There's no one. Excellent. Excellent. So we use the phrase al principio, which means at first or at the beginning. We used it here, right? At first. And we used it in the middle. So it can be flexible. You can have it at the beginning of sentences or in the middle. Okay? And here it means at the beginning. Excellent.